Automotive. Welcome to the Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast, the #1 resource for automotive sales professionals, managers, and owners to learn how to make money, accumulate wealth, and to all out ball out in the auto industry. And now your hosts, Sean V. Bradley and L.A. Williams.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Automotive.
Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, president of Dealer Synergy, and it is the last day of the month, and we got something special for you people. I'm telling you right now. I got my man right here. This is the young Jedi, Malik. Yo, Malik, tell everybody what's going down on the Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast with this live stream. This is out of your brainchild. Tell the people what's about to go down.
All right, so anybody that knows me know, my expertise in automotive is going to be call monitoring, phone sales. So what I did, ladies and gentlemen, is I took the great Sean V. Bradley, right, 20 plus years in the automotive industry, and I brought him down to our level, right? So what we're going to be doing, y'all, we're going to be doing some live phone coaching, phone training on phone calls, on sales phone calls, right? Remember, this is the end of the month. Right. So, our clients hear from me all of the time, but 4 years is not 20 plus years. You know what I mean? So this is going to be fun.
23, fam.
Yeah, 23, get it, right? So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, before we get started, I want to just let everybody know. So young Jedi is the protege of my protege. You know what I mean? On some biblical shit right here. So this is L.A. Williams, a.k.a. the Blind Phone Master's protege. And what Malik does for Dealer Synergy for 4 years, he's a national trainer. He specializes in phone sales, showroom sales, and he's in the field. You know what I mean? So he's not just a stay-at-home dad and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, he's in the field every day. He's either training, coaching, auditing, or he's on site, doing TOs, teaching sales teams, BDCs, the best inbound, outbound processes to master phone sales. So he's got his Young Jedi Council, and he's bringing the Jedi Master to the round table right here. So let's get with it. So Malik, this is your show. I'm just happy to be aboard and help where I can. So,
all right. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, first, I just kind of wanted to start off. So everybody knows LA and I, we have that's my big brother, man, but we don't really get a chance to talk about like me and your relationship. You know what I mean? How we're very alike, even though, we may not look like it. And Sean being a multimillionaire, what I've always been it's always just been like a blessing to work for him and Karen. And a lot of people don't know, Sean, how you've taken me under your wing and say, hey man, follow me, man. I just follow the way. And I'll take you there, man. It's been 4 years. He has never lied to me. Sean Bradley has never lied to me, man. I appreciate everything you've done for me. And I'm just glad to wear the jersey, man. Like, it truly is a blessing. I feel like I'm on the Lakers, man, what we do. You know what I mean? So I always want to make sure I give Sean his flowers. Anybody that knows Blind Phone Master, that's my guy. But you all know where it originated from. So, Sean is like a big brother to me, and we really do have that bond. That's my guy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Again, what Malik's talking about, he's from North Philly, right? And which is, as LA says, not the prettiest part of town. I'm from Queens and Brooklyn, and we have similar backgrounds. Meaning we didn't grow up with a silver spoon in our mouth, and we had to fight to turn around and get to where we're at in a professional environment. You know what I mean? But man, I'm telling you right now, I've watched him grow in the last 4 years to being an incredible consultant and trainer that our clients absolutely love working with him and truly value his opinion. So yeah, no doubt, that's my dude right there. I got the stamp of approval on the Young Jedi. And for the record, I came up with the name, the Young Jedi. You know what I mean?
Tell everybody that, because people ask me.
No, for sure.
They asked me, said, "Well, why you call yourself the Young Jedi?" And I wish the answer was a little bit more interesting, but it's not. Sean started calling me the Young Jedi. I said, "Man, that looked really good on the hat." You know what I mean? We did 4 letters, Young Jedi, and it works. It works.
Well, let me explain to you, because the way I look at this is that for me, there's like those padaways. Those are the youngins that are trying to learn the Force, and I felt the Force was strong, with Malik, as far as it was deep in there, you know what I mean? But he had to turn around and work and try to get that from inside to be able to articulate that. And so, he's working his way through, and I really definitely believe that he's an asset to the industry. So again, Malik, this is your show. I'm just here to hang out and see what I can do to add value to your show. Let's go.
All right, guys, let's dive in here. So we got a sales phone call, right? And I want to get some feedback in it. We're going to get Sean's opinion on it, which is great. I'm going to have some things to say, but I want to if we can get some managers in here, some GMs in here, right? Some principals. I want to get feedback. Let's indulge in some Young Jedi counseling. Let's get it
Now,
started.
before you go, I wanted to say this. I haven't done this for probably about like 5 to 6 years. You haven't seen Sean Bradley publicly go through and audit a phone call and give you my opinion. So I'm looking forward to this. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let me make sure I'm sharing my sound here. Click.
Now, do I have to sit through this thing into the very end, or as I hear shit, I'm like, pause, wait.
Yeah,
like,
so this is exactly how I do it, right? When we hear something, you say, Malik, stop it, right? Or what'll probably happen is I'll stop it anyway because we'll probably hear the same thing. But anytime you just stop it and we'll give them the value, right?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
How may I direct your call?
Sales, please.
Yeah, can I have your name really quick and I'll transfer you.
Okay, stop right there. First of all, pause. Okay, listen, you only have one shot to make a first impression. I don't know about you, but I don't even know what the hell she said at first right there. It sounds like there's a receptionist, etc. You got to, first of all, whoever's answering the phone needs to answer the phone clearly and you know, a normal pace so people could understand. Now, again, it's just my impression. It wasn't butchered. She sounded nice, but it was like blah, blah, blah. I honestly have no idea what she just said at first. Can you rewind that for me? I want to hear what she just said in the very beginning.
Well, I do want to let you know some things are redacted, right? Because we don't want anybody to incriminate themselves, right? But I will say that your receptionist is the director of first impressions, and what you're saying is correct.
Okay, cool. So,
yeah, can I have your name really quick and I'll transfer you.
Okay, so you didn't tell me the rules. Some of this is redacted. Now I know. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for holding. How can I help you today?
I'm looking at a 2018 Ram 1500 Laramie Longhorn you have advertised.
Okay.
You still have it?
Well, I'm not sure off the top of my head because I got 10 other guys around me selling.
Okay, first of all, let's go back to the very beginning. I heard something right from the very beginning of that inbound phone up. The way that he answered the phone is not what I would recommend. It's damn sure not dealer synergy right there. So that's first and foremost. I'm going to repeat this. You only have one shot to make a first impression. So again, at dealer synergy, Malik, will you demonstrate how you're supposed to answer the phone? Ring, ring.
Thank you for calling ABC Motors. This is Young Jedi speaking. Are you calling about one of our specials?
Okay, boom, right there. There's a certain way. What Malik just did, he answered it professionally, but he also threw in there a stealth qualifying question. Are you calling about one of our specials? It's either a yes or no question. This is old school trade craft, but it really works. You want to get people to feel like they stumbled into something. Oh, what? There's a special going on? What kind of special? Yeah, there's a special every day. Let me tell a quick story, folks. Malik, I don't know if you heard this story before, but this is crazy. Macy's. I know you people, don't go to brick and mortar anymore, but I'm gonna take you back for us old folks. At Macy's, this is a true story with my wife. We're going to Macy's, and they used to send these coupons out, 20% off. Like every other day, there was some crazy sale. This really happened. We're at Macy's in New Jersey in Cherry Hill at the Cherry Hill Mall. And my wife goes through and she was about to pay. And the lady looked up and I swear to God, she goes to my wife, oh my God. And I didn't know what was going on. Like we won something or whatever. And she's like, you're wearing red. And my wife had red on. It's a red sale today. That's another 10% off. Oh my God. And so, my wife did? She lost her shit. She was like, oh, let's go get some more shit. I'm like, because it's psychology and strategy. When people think that they're getting more value for something, that's when they're more interested in buying and spending. That's the first thing. The second thing is this. What if that prospect said, yes, actually I am? Oh, the follow-up question would be what special are you talking about? Or which special? We have several for new cars and used cars. This is a way of qualifying without asking qualifying questions, if that makes sense. Malik, do you follow where I'm going with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. And then the second thing and this is all just from the way he just opened his mouth in the very beginning. The second thing I just heard, and by the way, Malik, I swear to God, like I haven't even heard this yet. This is not routine.
Nope.
He just sandbagged me. I thought I was just going to do a live podcast or whatever about the end of the month. He's like, no, I have a whole plan. I'm like, all right, let's run with it. So this is the first time I'm hearing these calls for the folks. So now the other thing was when they said, do you have that vehicle? The guy's like, I don't know. There's 100 people. Like, what are you doing, man? I mean, again, that's a buying signal right there. You don't answer, you don't say something like that. You've got to be in command and be assured of what's going on. A proper answer, I would say, is that vehicle is shown available, but as I confirm availability, what about that vehicle interests you? So I'm going to repeat that word track. If somebody says, do you have that vehicle? Whether that vehicle's there or not, I'm going to say that vehicle is showing available. However, as I confirm availability, what about that vehicle interests you? The reason why I'm saying that is this: what if that vehicle isn't there, especially now with the lack of inventory, especially with the lack of inventory and how crazy things are? I don't want to get somebody to bang me on the phone. You know how many times I've taken hundreds of thousands of inbound phone calls in the last 23 years, folks, on the front lines as a trainer. And if you say something the wrong way, not that people are necessarily mean, but like, I got other shit to do. I need a car. If you don't got it, bang, I'm going to call somebody else. So I'm going to click a mouse really quick. So words become things. You have to be completely confident and assured what you're saying is strategically, part of your process. So again, what I want to identify from that person is, again, what about that vehicle? Because just in case that vehicle isn't there, and it probably isn't there with the lack of inventory, right, folks? Then if we're not asking what did they like about the vehicle, oh, that was a 4x4, or that had the third row seat, or that was leather, or the pricing, or the color, or whatever, then I don't have a go-to. So Malik, you want to add anything like that? Anything else before we go on to the rest of the call?
Just to add, the build on what you're saying, you always want to be delivering value to your prospects. The second you make them feel like you're no longer able to deliver value, they no longer want to be on the phone. They may stay there and be nice, but they don't want to talk to you. And you get what you
Absolutely. Get. So let's rewind just a little bit and keep going.
Okay.
You still have it?
Well, I'm not sure off the top of my head because I got 10 other hungry guys around me selling stuff, and we've had a crazy weekend.
Well, look
Stop.
at that.
I can certainly.
I know we just said this. We got 10 other hungry guys. What kind of perception is that? I got some savages that are trying to suck the life out of me, trying to drink the marrow out of my bones. I mean, is that the type of place I just call a bunch of hyenas up in here? I feel sway in the morning. Hyenas up in here. You know what I mean? Like, damn. We had a crazy weekend. What kind of shit was that? Strippers and bongs? Like, what's going on at your dealership? That's not a professional response. Now, I know you guys are laughing a little bit, I hope, because I'm only playing here. But again, perception is reality. Words become things. Keep it going. Pick up.
Go check and give you a call right back.
Okay. Woo! Flag on the field. Hold up.
Personal foul.
Hold up. Flag on the field. Foul. Flagrant foul. What the hell is going on? I'm going to call you back. I'm going to call you. They just called you because they want to buy a car and you're going to call them back? What the fuck was that? Are you kidding me? Stop. Come on, people. Rewind that. I got my ears must be deceiving me. He didn't just say it. It's the end of the month too. What? Okay, let's go.
Sure off the top of my head because I got 10 other hungry guys around me selling stuff and we've had a crazy weekend.
Well, look at
but
that.
I can certainly go check and give you a call right back.
Okay.
What's a good number for you?
Stop. Okay, here's the reality. I'm just trying to have a little humor here, man. It's late at night and I feel that you guys are rocking with us. But all kidding aside, think about something. Okay, it is a gargantuan task to get somebody on a conversation with us as salespeople. Okay, let me just reverse engineer this. I know that was a phone call, but do you understand the math when it comes to internet leads? Okay. It's about an 8% closing ratio before the inventory crisis. We are now at about a 5 to 6% closing ratio on internet leads. Let me explain. If you have 100 leads, you'll be lucky if you sell 5 or 6 cars off of 100 leads. Why? Because before the pandemic, it was about a 90-day gestation period, the buying cycle. Post-pandemic, present pandemic, as we're going out of this thing, it's 120 to 160 days. That's 4 or 5 months on average because of the inventory shortage and with pre-sales and things like that. And it took, before the pandemic, about 9 to 11 attempts before the first connection. There's a massive amount of outbound emails, phone calls, text messages before you finally get somebody on the phone. So when you finally get somebody in conversation, the analogy is this. That's like your deep sea fishing. See, this is my fishing, right? I'm fishing. I'm fishing. Oh, I got one on the hook. But I can't get that fish in the boat. So I got to go over to the boat and I'm by myself. I'm like, Mr. Fish, you're too heavy. I can't get you into the boat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the line and you wait right there. The fish is like this. Okay. And then I'm going to go get a net in the cabin. Stay right there. And then I'm going to come scoop you up. I'm going to fillet your ass and you're going to be good. Right. And here's the problem. By the time you cut the line, the fish is going to swim away. You're not going to be able to go there and scoop that fish up. My point being is this: every time you hang up the phone with a potential prospect, you really risk the possibility that some other dealership, some other salesperson by accident calls them, or that prospect calls them, and you miss the opportunity. Or at the worst case, at the least case scenario, is that you elongate the process. Why, if you try to call them back, they might not be able to answer the phone. So why do you do that? So it makes absolutely no sense to abort or abandon the sales call prematurely like that, just because you don't know what to say or how to say it. Malik, you want to add anything on that?
Yeah, and that's usually the reason why we do it, Sean, because we don't know what to say. When all you have to do, double back to the question that Sean suggested. Hey, so while I'm looking into that, what was it about that vehicle that made you give us a call today? And I'll spend the next couple of minutes not even talking about the vehicle. We'll just talk about what you liked about it, right? Buy yourself some time. Be resourceful. Think, all right? But don't call him back. And here's something else. The only reason that this gentleman even secured the contact information was so we can call him back. When you and I know that the most important thing that we must do when taking phone ups for my GMs and DPs that pay to make the phone ring, you must secure the lead, guys. Come on. That's one-on-one.
What Malik is saying is that people think that the number one goal is to sell the car or sell the appointment on a phone up. Now, don't get me wrong, those things are very important, but first things first. Before if you're climbing up a mountain, right? I love this analogy. If I'm climbing a mountain, and I'm using those picks, I have little spikes that are in there. I've got to reach over. I can't just Superman fly up to the top. I've got one spike after the other spike. I need to get to the top. So the same thing here is putting first things first. The number one goal of every sales professional, whether you're on a showroom floor or you're in the BDC, the inbound sales call is gather the contact information. I can't tell you how many times when I first started out, I swear to God, oh my God, I was counting the money because I developed such a rapport. I thought this shit was done, son. I'm selling cars like candy bars, Snickers, Milky Ways, Twix, all of them shits, right? And they never show up. But I was so excited and I was so enthralled in the conversation and so confident in my ninja skills that I thought they were damn sure to come in because they said they were going to come in and I closed them on the appointment. They don't show up. And then I've got nothing. So the number one rule of engagement is gather contact information first, because if you don't secure the appointment, or if you secure the appointment and they don't show, then you at least have the contact information where you could follow them up. Because if you make the mistake and think that you make an appointment and they commit to coming in or buying the car without getting their phone number or email address or both, you'd be looking at like Lassie on the glass, hoping they just show up miraculously. And a lot of times they don't. And it's sad because you spend all that energy and all that time wishing upon the star. And as Malik said in the beginning of the show, time is money for you and for the prospect. So Malik, keep it going.
All right, let me read that back to you, make sure I got it right. I have.
Yes, sir.
How do you spell your last name, sir? Okay. And do you live local to us?
No, Pennsylvania.
Oh, boy. Okay. So if the vehicle is still here and available, when would you be able to come down?
Stop. Okay, this is old school stuff. You went for the close prematurely. You went for the appointment before you built value. I can't tell you how many times I've said this over the years. This is single-handedly one of the biggest differences of dealer synergy phone training compared to anybody else. Every phone training that I've ever come up, and I've been through a ton of training the last 23 years. That's almost a quarter century. But they always say shit like that. Have you driven the car yet? No. Come on down. You know what I mean? When would you like to come in? And now I'm being a little theatrical, like Mater from Cars, but it's the same thing. He just said, if the vehicle's available, when would you like to come in? Okay, that's asking for the appointment. That's setting an appointment, even if you get it. We don't believe at Dealer Synergy in asking for the appointment. That's weak. That's circus lemonade. You feel me? We don't set the appointments. That's for telemarketers and shit like that. Professionals sell the appointment. Well, what's the difference, Sean? Value. When you're doing the road to the sale on the showroom floor, there's two big parts of the road to the sale. They're all important, but there's the features and benefits walk around presentation, and there's the demonstration drive. Why does any half-ass manager, right? Never mind a good manager, even a half-ass manager, they want you to do a features and benefits walk around presentation, and they want you to do a test drive. Even if they've driven the vehicle before, even if they present the vehicle before, what do they tell you? I don't care. I want you to do it, because you can't assume that whoever gave them a test drive or a product presentation did it the right way and built value. The whole point is, if you want to sell more cars more often, more profitably, you want to build value. Why? Price is only relevant with the absence of value. So now, again, going back to what the young Jedi said in the beginning, is time is money. If you want your prospects to spend their money, their time currency, right? Let me repeat for the people in the bleachers. Time is money. If time is money, when you set an appointment, you are really asking for them to spend their time currency with you. Now, you can ask them to do so, and they might show up, but they will show up more often, and they will purchase more often, and you will make more money if you build more value into it. How do you do that? By creating a unique value package proposition, by selling the value on the product. If it is a Ford, selling all the value on the Ford or the F-150 or whatever the vehicle it is. If it is the dealership, selling the value and the differentiators of ABC Ford, or it's yourself, what are you willing to do different and better? At the end of the day, before you ever ask for an appointment or a sale, you need to have two things happen first. Okay, actually, technically three. But the first two things are, you need to truly have identified what the prospect's wants, wishes, and expectations are. That salesperson absolutely did not, other than, do you want this car? Is it there? Other than, is it there? That's the only information that the person got. Is it there? No, I don't know. We have a bunch of, hungry ass salespeople here, and we had a wild weekend. I don't know. Other than that, what did he ask? He didn't ask what the prospect's wants, wishes, other than availability were, right? He didn't ask what the purpose of the vehicle's for, who the drivers are going to be, etc. So here's the thing is, in business, our goal should be to exceed a prospect's expectations. Okay, how in the hell can you exceed something if two things didn't happen first? If you didn't first identify a prospect's wants, wishes, expectations, and second, you didn't meet them. Because that's the only way in hell you could exceed something. Why am I going to ask somebody to come into my dealership if I don't even understand their wants, wishes, expectations? I haven't met them, and I haven't exceeded them by presenting my unique value package proposition. Young Jedi, come on.
Yeah, it's like you said, man, with our process, see, when it comes to training, sales training, a lot of what you hear is overcoming objections. Dealer Synergy, we don't believe in overcoming objections. We believe in meeting expectations, right? So what you want to listen for, guys, and exceeding them, right? So what you want to listen for, guys, is two expectations. Always two there are, says the young Jedi, right? And what are we talking about? We're talking about practice, y'all. Not a game, practice. We're talking about price, research, availability, convenience, trade-in. I hate car salesman, credit, and E, everything else. You can add an S on there for safety, right? Guys, if you don't identify what the expectations are and you speed past them and try to close them, you have turned those expectations into objections. You just put the game on all Madden. That's what you did. Now you put yourself in a position where you have to convince them to come in. Whereas if you had gotten in front of those things and spoke about them, like we said, identify them, met them. I don't have to convince you to come in here, Sean. You got to convince me why you can't come in here, because we talked about what was important to you. And I told you what we're going to do to go above and beyond these basic expectations that you want. That should be your process. That should be your strategy. If you're not doing that, I'm going to tell you.
Yo, tag me in. I'm about to give him the people's elbow. Come on, tag, man. Tag. I'm in. Okay, so check this out.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Attention auto dealers, you need an opportunity to do business. AutoWeb is one of the largest suppliers of high quality leads, high quality buyers. At a 10% closing ratio, you will be at less than $190 per car sold. Don't just settle for what you get. AutoWeb can fully customize your results through targeted markets and or zip codes, and as a partner, you will get premium placement within search results. Who better to do that than literally the people that invented automotive internet sales? If you want to sell more cars more often and more profitably, then you need AutoWeb.
Right now is the best living analogy we've had, okay, in the last 18 months. And what I mean by that is people are paying ridiculous, like Beyonce redunculous prices right now on vehicles. When you're seeing used Kia Tellurides selling for 5 to 6 G's over sticker on a brand new Telluride, that is insane to me. And why? Because price is only relevant with the absence of value. I know people in Iowa, salespeople making $1,000 commission on Hyundai Elantras. Did you hear what I said? I didn't say on a Ferrari. I didn't say on the Rari. You know what I mean? I said on a Hyundai Elantra, they're coming home with $1,000 commission with pack. So why? Because they're getting all the money and then some. So why? Because we have conditioned the prospects now, the manufacturers, the dealerships, the world has conditioned people. Hey, the prices that you used to pay before, you ain't paying them prices no more. They're gone. Bye. You know what I mean? Because of supply and demand. Because there's value in that vehicle, people are willing to spend thousands and thousands of dollars over sticker because there's value. So I'm telling you, I feel this shit in my bones. Hear the transference of energy in my voice, people. If you could build value in yourself, the dealership, and the product, which is all tradecraft, you have a much higher probability of them committing to the appointment and them actually showing up. Let's go to the rest of the tape there, young Jedi. Let's go.
I'll have to figure that out, to be honest with you.
Okay, what part of PA in?
Stop. What did I just say? He just built it. He's like, go back to when he had that weak appointment making attempt and what he just said.
So if the vehicle is still here and available, when would you be able to come down?
Stop. Look at it. Stop right there. You know, he was like, I could see that salesperson right now. He was like, yo, guys, check this out. I'm going to use one of my 1980 word tracks. Watch this. It's going to work. He's like, bam. And then he got shot down. You know what I mean? Like, he got shot down because there's no value. He was probably proud as hell to whip out that 1982 word track. Well, if it's here, when's the best time for you to come in? And the guy was like, he curbed him. He was like, well, I got, I don't know about that. Because there's no value. There's absolutely no reason for him to show up. There was no reason for it. He don't even know the vehicle's there. So why are you going to ask for a commitment and there's no reason to show up? This is where we got to just stop and think and use common sense. Would you fall for that? You ain't really Darth Vader, fam. You know what I'm saying? The force is not working through the phone on that word track right there. You got to turn around and get a little more like skill set before you could try some mind melt shit like that. All right, let's keep it going. What else?
I mean, hey, look, only thing else is that the guy was coming from out of state, right? So why would you not want to build value, right? If you value, guys, if you build it, they will come. All right. So let's do this because I'm just having so much fun here. Let's just talk about this because, again, you want to go through another one or you want to just turn around? I do. I got another one I want you here. You got one more. All right, we'll do one more. All right.
How may I help you today?
Yeah, I was interested in the Hyundai Palisade.
Hyundai Palisade?
Yeah.
So I have a calligraphy in stock right now. When can you come in?
Oh, no, I had seen one online on your website. There was a white one in SEO. I just wanted to know if that was still available.
Again, I was just trying to hear, first of all, wow. Okay, so let's play the tape, Bob. Let's go again. Let's go back.
How may I help you today?
Yeah, I was interested in the Hyundai Palisade.
Hyundai Palisade?
Yeah.
So I have a calligraphy in stock right now. When can you come in?
Oh, no, I had seen one online on your website. There was a
So,
white one and
first of all, we just skipped the whole greeting. We skipped the whole proper qualification, identifying yourself. And that's like the equivalent if somebody pulls up to your dealership and you're knocking on their glass door, like, oh, hey, yo, fam, what's up? What's up? What can I sell you? Come on, you know what I'm saying? Come on in. What's up? So now, like, god damn, like, pace yourself, papi. You know what I'm saying? Like, slow down, tranquilo. You know what I mean? Slow down. You only got one shot to make a first impression, and it's like going to the club. Like, yeah, you're not even on the dance floor. You're not even getting a full two step. You got a one step, and you're like, yo, you want to come home? Whoa, I don't know you like that. What happened? I didn't even get the full two step. I got like a one step. Like, you want to come home? Like, what's up? Pace yourself. Greet the prospect the proper way. Identify who you are. Start to qualify before. But I guess, hey, even a broken clock is right twice a day. If you ask 1,000 people, you want to come in? Somebody be like, sure. You know what I mean? But that doesn't make it right. So let's keep it going. I'm just like shocked. Keep going.
SEO. I just wanted to know if that was still available.
So unfortunately, all of our SEO cars that are incoming are already pre-sold, but I have a calligraphy if you'd like to come in and go for that one.
No, I'm not interested in the calligraphy. I was more interested in just the SEO.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
What?
This is what y'all sound like at the end of the month, Memorial Day weekend.
What?
This is you. This is you. We didn't fabricate this. This is you. Managers, you think your people don't sound like this? I'll prove you wrong. Put me up to the challenge.
Yo, where's my flag? Flag. I mean, like, damn. Yeah, let's hear that whole call. I want to, like, gone in 60 seconds. Get a timer. I got to see this shit right here. I want to see how many seconds it takes to blow like a 5 or 6G deal. First of all, that's on a Palisade. Okay, so wow. Okay, I'm gonna go to a timer. So let me get my timer out here, folks. There we go. Start the whole call.
I'm ready when you are.
Start it now.
How may I help you today?
Yeah, I was interested in the Hyundai Palisade.
On the Palisade?
Yeah.
So I have a calligraphy in stock right now. When can you come in?
Oh, no, I had seen one online on your website. There was a white one in SEO. I just wanted to know if that was still available.
So unfortunately, all of our SEO cars that are incoming are already pre-sold, but I have a calligraphy if you'd like to come in and go for that one.
No, I'm not interested in the calligraphy. I was more interested in just the SEO.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Yo, 36 seconds. 36 seconds. 36 seconds. Damn. I mean, even Nicolas Cage took 60 seconds to blow some shit like that. But wow, in 36 seconds, do you know how much money the dealership spends in marketing, advertising, branding, in your CRM, in whatever, you know what I mean? Wow, and gone just like that. Just like that. Gone in 37 seconds. Holy shit. Okay. So Malik, let's talk to the people. What would you suggest that they actually could have done differently in that opportunity? And I'll give you my opinion.
So we talk about the one-on-one things. You obviously should have fielded the phone to create the lead, get the information right. So calligraphy is one step up above the SEO. Sounds like that she's after some options and features, right? Rather than telling her we don't have that because I want to deliver value to her, I'll say, well, let me just kind of look and see what we have going on. I'm sure you know the inventory crisis is kind of all over the place, but what is it that you liked about the SEO? Let's talk about that, right? Because, and he knows what we know, the calligraphy probably has those same options and features, but because you didn't qualify them, you didn't ask the questions, you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you lost the opportunity, right? She would have told you, well, I'm looking for some with leather seats and this and that. Okay, and I wouldn't even mention the calligraphy. I'm like, okay, so look, if I could show you something that has the X, Y, and Z, good mileage options, pricing, we're okay. Palisade, okay, cool. You know what? I think I do have something that you'll love, right? So let me actually, and I can get over that, right? But you put the horse before the cart, so to speak. So that's probably the first and main thing I would say.
Listen, there's so many different directions. I feel like an octopus trainer. I got 8 different tentacles and arms I could go in this. Malik is 100% correct. We didn't even bother qualifying the prospect, on what her wants, wishes, needs were, and the reasons why they were there. We didn't identify also what the person is driving right now. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something called a trade hook, which is a strategy to be able to bring somebody in, especially on a TO, if they might not. Here's the thing is, let's just say worst case scenario, she only wanted a certain type of vehicle. Okay, but why would we just throw that potential customer away? What if she's got a vehicle that we might want to buy from her? That's called an acquisition. Okay, that we're not even thinking like that. Now, he said that we don't even have any that are available. Okay, that's new. What about certified pre-owned? What about pre-owned? Okay, what about a factory? There's so many different things that we could have potentially done, but we didn't even value that prospect to give it a full minute. It was literally a little bit over half a minute of time from opportunity to obliteration. I'm going to repeat that. From an opportunity that we had. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the aftermath. What was lost here? Okay, well, first, obviously the potential sale. Now, the Palisade, and I believe I know what state that call was from. I'll tell you right now, is selling anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 over sticker for most of the competitors in that area. I'm going to say $3,000 to $6,000 over sticker. So we're talking about anywhere from a $7,500 to $8,500 front end. I mean, this could have been like an $8,000 to $10,000 deal. We don't even know what the trade is. If we could have held on the trade, hell, this could have been a $12,000 plus deal. So we just pissed away that type of opportunity. We don't know if this is a local customer that could have serviced with this dealership and all the potential revenue off of the lifetime. We've lost referral opportunity. You know what else we lost? We lost, again, the potential of the trade-in vehicle that we could have taken. Not only could we have made anywhere from $7,000 to $12,000 on the car, but then the trade-in that we got, we could have possibly made X amount of dollars on that. So the amount of money could have been in the tens of thousands of dollars. We just pissed away in less than 37 seconds. But then on top of that, what was the user experience? What was the prospect experience in this conversation? Do you think that she felt heard? Do you think she felt valued and appreciated when somebody took literally 36 seconds to, barely listen to her and try to help her out? Do you think that she's going to call back and give the dealership another shot in 3 minutes or 5 minutes? No, she's going to think, okay, either A, they don't have it, they don't really care because it took them 36 seconds to blow me off. Let me go find something else. Now, if somebody ever said to that woman, hey, what do you think about ABC Motors? She'll be like, boom, boom, boom. What positive things can she say about that dealership? Absolutely nothing. Malik, what else would you like to add as far as the aftermath of what we lost or what that prospect, that dealership lost from that not engaging that prospect the right way?
I mean, I think you hit it. Like as far as what we lost, what I want to do, I want to give you guys some training, some coaching, right? Because not everybody sounds like this. Some of you probably would have taken the time to try to figure out what you liked about the SEL. But Malik, we don't have the car. What do you want? They're locked on that one vehicle. Guys, if you've taken their information down, you got to follow up with them anyway, right? Right. So qualify them. Ask questions like Sean is asking. Hey, have you heard about what's happening with the inventory crisis? You take the opportunity to educate your prospects. If the reason why customers feel like we're snake oil salesmen and all of this is because we don't control our narrative. If you look up like how to not get screwed over at a dealership, the videos that pop up are influencers because you don't control the information that gets out. So if I'm an automotive sales professional and I care about this industry, if I have the opportunity to educate a prospect, take it. Every single time you need to take it. They'll appreciate that. Why? Because your competitors are doing what this guy just did, blowing them off, right? But I took the time to help them, right? So let's say they're locked on a particular vehicle. Maybe you try to get them to pre-owned, don't budge, right? You try to get them on the vehicle, don't budge. Hey, not a problem, miss, still want to help you. Like maybe you tried to trade hook, not willing to trade right now. Hey, fine, listen. So I'm obviously going to do all I can to find this vehicle for you here, Sean. But what's your game plan, right? I mean, how long have you, when you started this process, how long did you give yourself to find the vehicle? Okay, have you considered what you do if you aren't able to find the Palisade SCL? Because a lot of customers aren't considering that, and it's a real possibility, right? Ask the questions, guys. What's your game plan? How you planning on getting the vehicle? Your customers don't really have a game plan, guys. Once you can get them to admit that, whatever they're giving you, you can dismantle it and give them a game plan. And even if this phone call ends up with you saying, you know what, Sean, not a problem. I'll keep my eyes open. Anything change on your end, you let me know. And here's what I'll do. I'll check in with you in a week, 3 days, see if you had a chance to kind of change your mind, see where your vehicle search is going. We'll do that. Your prospect is looking forward to talking with you because you actually help them, right? They allow you to keep them in your pipeline. Ladies and gentlemen, in an inventory challenge, that is a win. We'll take it. Every single day of the week, we'll take it. You just need to have the confidence to ask the questions. They're not going to put you through a table. They're not going to curse you out. They're going to answer the questions because they know you're trying to help them.
So again, folks, the reality is this. The average dealership has between 10 and 12 salespeople. There's usually about 1 to 3 BDC reps. This, what you heard here tonight, is the majority of people below phone calls, inbound and outbound. Now, that's just the phone calls that are recorded. Do you know how many emails are decimated? Do you know how many chats are decimated? Do you know how many social media DMs are decimated? Do you know how many text messages are decimated? You know how many times salespeople and BDC reps drop the ball in the follow-up protocol in the CRM process? So again, we're not here. I love our industry. My daughter, Kalina Bradley, works at the RK Auto Group. My brother works at the RK Auto Group. My nephew works at the Patriot Auto Group. Again, I have been doing this for 23 years. We have 3,500 rooftops in 5 countries on our program. So again, I'm not saying this to turn around and piss in people's cornflakes. It's the last day of the month. It is literally May 31st, 2022. And these phone calls are within the last, 24 to 36 hours, okay, on Memorial Day weekend. So it is utterly flabbergasting to me how, if we're trying to close our month out strong, we blow through people like this, man, like gone in 36 seconds. Like, that's just crazy. And it's not because it's hard or it's rocket science. It's the fact of 3 things, in my opinion. One is the lack of proper training. Now, even my clients sometimes, because here's the second part, is accountability. Okay? Is the accountability. What does that mean? If there is training, and if you're blessed to have good training, what good is it if you do not hold your people accountable? If there are not consequences? And then the excuse, here's the third one, it's the HR. We don't have enough people. I know that my salespeople aren't doing, but what am I going to do? Are you fucking kidding me? You are the manager. You're the owner of the organization. How about not wait till it's DEFCON 5 before you properly recruit? Recruiting should be a continuous effort. Even when you're fully staffed up, you should always be recruiting. That thing, we should always be closing. Fuck that. You always need to be recruiting. And did you hire them dead or kill them after you got them? Which means, did you hire the wrong people because you had a shitty recruiting and staffing, strategy? Or did you have good people that you hired, but you didn't onboard them the right way and you didn't train them the right way? Did you see how this is a vicious cycle? It is a vicious cycle. Well, Sean, what makes you qualify? Well, because I've literally recruited and successfully staffed 37,000 automotive professionals in the last 18 years. Let me repeat that. We've successfully recruited and staffed internet sales reps, BDC reps, showroom salespeople, managers, sales managers, GSMs, etc., and even some GMs. 37,000 people. We have 26 covers of every, sorry, we just had 27 covers of every single major magazine in the automotive industry. We have successes like Bob Ruth Ford taking a store from 75 cars on the internet to 320 units on the internet. Okay. Again, I could go on and on and on, but it's not a commercial. I'm just trying to let you guys know that you have to understand, don't let your people practice with real customers. I'm going to repeat that. Don't let your people practice with real customers. Do you think people in the NFL play real games and that's where they practice? They're going to, they're not going to stretch. They're going to go like, hey, okay, roll out of bed and shit like that. And then just go into the game, or even better, they're just going to roll into the Super Bowl. Yeah. Like, eye boogers in their eyes and shit, drool on the pillow, and they're going to go straight from bed right into there. Well, that's what your salespeople are doing. Apparently, you know what I mean? Like when you blowing up in 36 seconds, that's what you're doing. You're sleeping at the wheel. You're practicing with real customers. I mean, no disrespect, but I need to make you feel what's going on here, because it obviously, I know what it is. The grosses are good and the car sales are, well, what's going to happen, folks, when this La La Land shit starts to fade out? Now, do I think it's going to go back to where it was? No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody's that stupid. I don't think the manufacturers are stupid. I don't think the dealerships are that stupid. And I don't think the salespeople wanted to go back to the race to the bottom, but I think there will be a market adjustment. And I will think there'll be competitiveness coming back in. Right now, there isn't. And you know what's even sad is, to me, even sadder, is that people that have not sold cars longer than 2 years have no reality of what the world really is, because all they know is pandemic protocol. That's all they know is the no inventory or low inventory. When the market adjusts, you guys are going to be shit out of luck, because what's going to come down is reality, and it's going to hurt. Because if your people are doing shit like this, when there's even slight competition, and when there's rebates and there's dealer cash, there's stair step money, there's trunk money, there's stuff like that, man, they're gonna put your lights out. You know what's gonna happen? And then these bigger dealer groups are gonna come in and swoop your dealership right from under your feet. I'm just saying, I'm not talking shit. I'm keeping it real with you guys. I care about you. You know what I mean? I want you to be successful, but come on, man. Some shit is just kind of basic. It's not like I'm saying here that you got to do a spinning hook kick, some ninja flares and whatnot. I'm talking about just basic, blocking and punching. That's all this is. This is just basic shit. Is answer the phone the right way. How about that? How about answer the phone the right way? How about qualify the prospect? How about identify their wants, wishes, needs, expectations? How about meet them? How about exceed them by explaining what your value package proposition is? Especially when we are charging the grosses that we are. And here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to close on this and let young Jedi close this out. For this is his show. I'm just here. What he mentioned before, there are main reasons that prospects are calling: price, availability, convenience, I hate car salesmen, research, trade, credit, safety, right? There's a myriad of things. If you can't answer why price shoppers should buy from you when there's no good price, or why availability shoppers should buy from you and there's no cars. Okay, well, how do we sell cars when there's none? Well, you know what you do? You ask Crystal DeSanto from Summit Toyota. She just sold 145 cars with no inventory. Let me repeat that. 146 cars with 2 new cars in stock. She sold 146 cars out of her internet department because she's a beast. How do you turn around and look at Cody Carter, a showroom salesperson with one freaking assistant, sold 154 cars in March on the showroom floor at Tustin Toyota? How about Chrissy Burton? By herself, she sold 73 cars on the showroom floor at Napleton Hyundai with no assistant, all special finance deals, because they're hungry. You understand what I'm saying? They're about this life. They damn sure don't answer the phone and talk to people like that, which you heard today. They are professionals. At the Jordan, at the Kobe, at the LeBron, at that level. You know what I'm saying? They're about this game. And you have to be about this if you really want to be able to persevere. Now, you're right. Is it easy? No. Guess what else is not easy? Lifting weights. That's why I don't lift them shits, because weights are heavy. I get it. Why don't other people lift weights? Because they're heavy. Why don't other people sell cars? Because it's hard to sell cars in this environment. But guess what, folks? If you want the shit that the average person doesn't have, you got to be willing to do the things that the average person isn't willing to do. Meaning legally, ethically, and morally speaking. Disclaimer, okay? So podcast people, I said legally, morally, and ethically speaking. Young Jedi, please close us out.
just to add on to what you're saying, the one-on-one, like the fundamentals, right? Because there are days where you don't have it, right? There are days where it's, the weather may not be in your favor. There are days where, I mean, who could have predicted the pandemic? There are things that you can't control, guys, right? There's slow months, all of this stuff we hear. On those days, your fundamentals are what pull you through. Ask any professional in any profession. That's what pulls you through, your fundamentals. So work on your fundamentals. And I'll close out by saying this, guys. So this is why you need to be a Dealer Synergy client, right? What we just did here was a little bit, we turned it up, but this is what you get with call monitoring, right? You get a live trainer telling your people, not that they suck, not this is a good call, bad call. No, here's what you should say. As a matter of fact, call them back and say this, right? Become one of our clients. And as a matter of fact, even if you just want me to do a Young Jedi counter for your dealership, reach out to us. I'd love to do it. And if your call review, y'all need to be hollering at me, because if y'all not doing this, I got y'all. All right, Young Jedi out.
Wait a minute, I gotta jump in. Not to say, I want to just add a disclaimer. This is not our customer service. This is a podcast. This is a live stream. This is entertainment. Don't get it twisted. So don't get scared. Like, oh God, Sean Brad's gonna blow up my. No, hell no. We don't talk like this. This is this is late at night. I'm here on my own time in my crib right now, my house. Entertaining you. I'm training you, and I'm keeping it interesting and hopefully a little bit funny. So again, like Malik says, we have staff like Malik that is highly trained phone sales, showroom sales professionals that are going to listen. And we actually do this very strategically. What we do is we teach phone skills, inbound, outbound, qualification, objections, rebuttals, etc. Then what we're going to do is we do mystery shopping. We do call monitoring. And we're going to create a report card based on the quantitative and qualitative measures of the phone calls. Not only are we going to dissect the phone call very strategically, very professionally, and very non-threatening or embarrassing to your staff, but then we're not only going to just coach and cheerlead, we're about this life. So we will do TOs. We will do save a deal phone calls, and we will also call live so your staff can hear how it's done the right way. So please don't get this podcast twisted with training. This is not. This is entertainment. This is a podcast and a live stream, not the Dealer Synergy training. This is a little bit of just having some fun with y'all, trying to keep it interesting. So if you like what you heard, holla at your boy. And Malik just said he's going to give you a free strategy session. He'll do a free needs analysis or mystery shop call, free coaching session. Malik, anything else you want to add?
Peace out, y'all. Close it out strong.
All right, we out.
So there you have it, the Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast. This podcast comes to you every week from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you have a question about the show or would like the chance to become a guest, feel free to contact us directly at 856-546-2440 or email us at millionairecarsalesman@gmail.com. This program is a presentation of Synergy Records, produced by Tiana Mick and L.A. Williams. Production and engineering by L.A. Williams. The Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast is hosted every week by L.A. Williams and the Millionaire Car Salesman himself, Sean V. Bradley. The Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast can be found everywhere, so please don't forget to review, subscribe to, and share the show. Thanks for listening to the Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast, and remember, where I'm from, money provides options. The Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast is sponsored in part by Autoweb. If you enjoyed this podcast, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave us a review. Let some other folks know about it. Oh, and don't forget to join the Millionaire Car Salesman group on Facebook. We'll see you there.